This is a quote from the LA Times. And it says here, the Trump administration has a zero tolerance policy for criminal behavior and violence, especially when that violence is aimed at law enforcement officers trying to do their jobs. The commander-in-chief will ensure the laws of the United States are executed fully and completely. You mean just like you did with those rioters on January 6th? Mm-hmm. You mean the ones that attacked our Capitol? The ones that attacked our nation and law enforcement?
Yeah.
So I just wanted to talk about this because I want to make sure that my people in LA, all our toasties and all our people in the community who are in LA, y'all are being safe. Y'all are good. Hopefully things haven't gotten too rough for you because as y'all know, Trump acting a fool again. Not even, I counted, not even 6 months. Mm-hmm. Not even 6 months, boy. He ain't done none for the people.
No.
Getting into fights with his own people. Mm-hmm. Acting like damn kids on the internet, fighting in the White House. Yep. I said this yesterday, the Real Housewives of the White House. Both of them arguing for things that help them, not us.
Well, yeah, even all the stuff Trump does, it helps him and his cronies and not the people. As a matter of fact, it hurts the people, directly hurts the people.
Yeah, no, both them looking out for their best interests. He's trying to pass a shitty bill that's going to help his cronies, and Elon trying to protect damn SpaceX and Tesla. Mm-hmm. He ain't helping people. He's helping rocket ships and self-driving taxis.
Well, and helping himself with all these government contracts and subsidies.
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
SpaceX launches satellites for the Department of Defense. Mm-hmm. He's trying to get the Department of Transportation to soften up so he can get these damn robot taxis driving around. So he's got all his contracts he's taking. They ain't worried about us. And if they ain't arguing within themselves, if they ain't out there trying to protect their own interests, then they out there just trying to make everybody else look like shit. These immigrants, I don't care what you say. Look, we can talk about immigration all day and probably have some valid points for why we need to buckle down on it. But what they're doing right here is completely wrong with the way they go into these communities, with the way ICE goes into communities and just tries to wrangle people, harass people, pretty much kidnap some people.
Yeah. Kidnap people, wrench them out of their homes, separate their families. Yeah. And without a care whatsoever. And their only backing is, well, it's the law.
Yeah. And it's not the law. It ain't the law. They breaking the law. They breaking the law in front of our faces every day. Every day. So this is a good timeline if you want to look at it. The Los Angeles Times, of course, them being the center of the action, they're doing a good rundown of what's going on. They're giving good updates. But there are people who are protesting the way ICE is going in and handling, rounding up what, so-called illegal immigrants. And some of them are not illegal immigrants, by the way. They've deported some people to El Salvador who were unjustly sent over there. And they try to do Photoshops of talking about, hey, look, see, it says gang on there, whatever it says.
Oh, MS-13.
MS-13, yeah, they try to Photoshop images to make them look like gang members. All this stuff is crooked. But the thing is, it is completely breaking the law because with this whole thing that Trump is doing, right now he's sending over 2,000 National Guardsmen into LA to go against these protesters, which he says has devolved into lawlessness and violence, and they're no longer protests, they're riots. So the reason why this is illegal, because Trump is trying to show some intimidation by violating states' rights. Okay, this man. Oh, and also just further demonize immigrants. Let's just call it what it is.
And protesting anybody who speaks up against his policies.
That's why some of y'all might not have known this, but a lot of black people, they've said, we are carefully and cautiously, we just gonna sit shit out for a while because he wants us to act a fool. Yeah. He wants what he thinks, of us going out and protesting. He would say we're acting a fool. We're being violent. We're causing civil unrest. So this whole thing about them saying that he wants to cause and stir violence for martial law, this is one step closer to that, with what he's doing right here.
It's escalating the situation.
Yeah. He did not set up proper precautions for going in and sending in the National Guard. He did not go in and make sure that he set up protections for properties. He didn't set up precautions for, like, when you do this kind of thing, you have to set up precautions for to make sure there's no damage to properties, make sure nothing goes crazy, even with prisons. There's a lot of stuff that you have to do, and he didn't do that. He didn't set up anything. And you're right, he just wants to escalate things more. He wants to create more violence so he can paint immigrants as violent, so that he can make them fit the narrative that he's trying to put out there.
Yeah, and don't forget that divide. Just separating people more and more.
Yeah, this just gives him an excuse to go in and flex more power and try to make these people look bad. And you don't need 20,000 National Guardsmen for this.
I would hope not. It's also to make Californians look bad so he can make good on his threat to cut federal funding to California.
He's trying his best to do it. He's been trying to do that. He's been trying to do it for the longest time. Thing is, these protests, it was low in numbers. So this is bullshit. It was low in numbers when they went in there. They are escalating things. They're trying to make this a bigger deal. They're trying to make it more violent or appear more violent. They know what they're doing. Because if they did want to show some force, you don't send in 20,000 National Guardsmen at first. You send in the police first.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, is it 20,000 or 2,000?
Oh, you know what? It's 100,000.
Okay. Because these are big jumps.
He's sending in Marines.
He's sending in a small town.
Yeah.
And the mayor has already said, we have a police force for this. We don't need
That's
the
what
National
I'm saying.
Guard.
You don't need the National Guard. You don't need that right now. You can send in the police. That's the step. That was the next logical step that you do.
Yeah. Everything with Trump is make a big threatening move to get the other side to back down and then come back to the table for something that's still unreasonable, but just not as crazy as what you threw out there.
And you're right, it's 2,000.
Okay.
But next week it'll be 20,000.
Another 18,000 on the way.
Yeah, it'll keep growing. If you know Trump.
Yeah, compensating.
Yeah. I heard he's going to nuke LA.
That's next.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll float that out there.
Yeah.
What if we just got rid of this California?
Terrible city, bad city. Needs to be nuked.
Smells. Trust me, I know bad smells.
He's going to send in Space Marines. To fight an alien, we need Space Marines.
I love them. They don't talk. They just kill.
Illegal aliens. But man, somebody say they might deploy you. Well, I wouldn't be surprised. But the thing is, so they're sending these 2,000 National Guardsmen. They don't need to do that. They could have sent police in first. That's what you should have done. They're really trying to make this look worse than what it really is. And I'm going to tell you, it's all bullshit too. And we all know why, if you have common sense, which is short supply with too many people these days. But this is a quote from the LA Times. And it says here, the Trump administration has a zero tolerance policy for criminal behavior and violence, especially when that violence is aimed at law enforcement officers trying to do their jobs. These criminals will be arrested and swiftly brought to justice. The commander-in-chief will ensure the laws of the United States are executed fully and completely. You mean just like you did with those rioters on January 6th?
Mm-hmm.
You mean the ones that attacked our Capitol? The ones that attacked our nation and law enforcement?
Yeah.
But they did it for me.
Of course.
So they're cool. They attacked law enforcement, tried to kill some people, shit on desk.
Mm-hmm.
One dude got on a desk and took a shit. They yelled racial slurs. I mean, look, the goddamn Confederate flag is in full bloom out there. Yeah. So that's all bullshit. Listen, like I said, tackling immigration is one thing, and you can say whatever. Oh, you one of those immigrant sympathizers. Man, listen, this is Texas. We all know people.
Yeah.
Who, at least one person, at least one. I'm going to bump it up. We all know at least one, 2 or 3 people who are immigrants.
More likely 10.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep it low. They ain't going to come get me. And I'm not friends with them no more. but I'll cut them out of my life. No. To this day, we know several people. If you're in Texas, you know somebody who's an immigrant, all right? And I can tell you from experience not reading anything, not being a sympathizer, that these people, they're hardworking people looking for a better life. They work harder than some lazy ass Americans over here.
They work harder than just about anybody I know. And they keep a low profile.
Yeah, they sure do.
And pay their taxes.
And these communities that they're going into and doing these raids, most of those people, they are not violent people. They're law-abiding citizens. They work hard. They probably bring a lot of more money to the economy than you can imagine. Mm-hmm. They do the work that we don't want to do. They're not gang members. They're not rapists. All right, they're not. They're not going around wearing sombreros, shooting two guns in the air. Right. Then they're not they're not. I read an article from some ignorant bitch who's writing on USA Today talking about because she's scared of brown people. I'm sure she's scared of anybody that's not white and blonde. But she was talking about because of this administration has done nothing for the people at all except just make things worse. Things more expensive. Mm-hmm. Everybody more stressed out.
Yep.
Stupid. Everybody's dumb. And this woman came in talking about just because they were harassing brown people. She's like, America's back, baby.
You. Yeah,
no, exactly. In your ass. But you mean it.
Yeah, America's back to being shitty.
And, yeah. Because she was scared. She was talking about I just didn't think my children were safe around these people. No, bitch, your racism comes out of fear. You just don't know anybody else besides your circle of people.
Also, I bet your children didn't feel that way. They probably fine around other people.
Your children is going. She got 2 daughters. Mm-hmm. One gonna marry Mexican, one gonna marry black people. Mommy.
I know you held them back from it so long.
Yeah,
they're curious about the forbidden fruit.
Hell yeah, it ain't gonna be one of these damn black Republicans, these corny dudes. It's gonna be some 50 Cent looking come in there. Damn shirt offs, all glistening with abs.
Wife beater.
Yeah,
jaw clenched.
Yeah. The other dog gonna come in with a cholo and shit. One of them probably gonna join a gang. Mommy.
I just hate the way that people talk like that because it's like they're acting like these immigrants. They're not just human beings. They're not just people who are coming from a different experience. Like it's so ignorant. It's setting us back 25 years. It feels like.
You were 100% right, Julian. I mean, that's the reason why they're doing these raids, and that's why they're trying to stir up LA because they want to dehumanize them and make them have the appearance of being violent, being lawless. And we got to go in, and this is why we got to go in, take care of this, and get them out of here. And for anybody who's ignorant out there, like you said, you eat the bullshit they give you right here. You look at them as non-humans. You look at them as a threat. You pretty much buying the propaganda. Just like when the Nazis drew when they put out images of Jews and they were all big nose and looked like damn Bigfoots and horns. Horns. Yeah. That's what you see. You see some damn dude with a bandito mustache and a gold tooth. Hey, how much for the girl? All that kind of bullshit. Nah, man. Come on, y'all.
Well, I've been real proud of this community that's been fighting back. I was like, this needs to catch on everywhere. And that's one of the things that I think might happen. I hope will happen. The more they try to stir this up, the more you aggravating things, the more, man, they mad about you going in and mishandling these raids. Now that you want to go in and start trouble with them, people gonna protest even more. Mm-hmm. These protests they're already popping up all around the country anyway, for many reasons. Yeah.
6 months and this man, not even 6. This man ain't done a goddamn thing for anybody.
No, there hasn't been one thing where you're like, well, okay, at least he did that. I was like, I'm still waiting for that moment.
Yeah.
And even that's not enough, but you think you get one, but every time it's some new thing he's done, you're like, well, that's just horrible. Oh, that doesn't benefit anyone.
Yeah. And anything that might sound good, like, for example, keeping your tips or whatever, like for your taxes, there's an asterisk on that shit.
Oh, yeah.
Of you getting for in the end anyway.
What did this man do? Made prices go up because maybe terrorists, maybe not. Maybe terrorists, maybe not. Until somebody calls him on his bluff and make him look like a bitch. Then he got into a slap fight with Elon Musk for the world to see, making us pretty much a damn reality TV show. Uh-huh. And then just start poking at brown people. He ain't done nothing for us at all. There's not a, tell me one thing. If America's back, if this administration is doing so good, tell me one thing that he's done.
If it's great again, what has been great? What has been the upgrade?
Oh, wait a minute, we got a billionaire who just came in. He's done a great job. I'm even richer now. Skeletor's here.
Yes.
I think he's doing a fine job.
He's doing a great job. That's one villain to another.
It's everything I would have done.
I'm yellow, he's orange. He's great. My Castle Grayskull is even grayer and bigger now.
Yeah, shut up. You know, tell me one thing. Tell me one thing this man has done. Somebody see you acting like you surprised. I ain't surprised. I'm
surprised.
Ain't nobody surprised. I'm surprised. I'll be. You know what? You want me to be surprised? Tell me one thing he did that is a positive. Tell me one. That's a direct action of him, not some accidental thing.
Right.
Because I know eggs prices have been flip flopping. Some going up, some going down. Tell me one. I'm waiting. Somebody say he freed Lil Wayne, Kodak Black. Okay, all right, sure. And that was before.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
I wouldn't put that on the list.
Yeah, a lot of people, white people, don't even know who Kodak Black is. Kodak, he brought Kodak back. Kodak stock is gone up.
Oh, he saved that camera company?
Yeah.
He said he would consider pardoning Diddy.
Oh, jeez. Yes, man. Oh, and that's another thing. Came in here, made prices go up, got into a slap fight with Elon Musk, picking on brown people, and first day, freed a bunch of felons.
Yeah.
Felons.
Yep. So much for being tough on law and order.
Yeah.
Well, see, if you're white, you're exempt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and brought over them Africans. White Africans.
Yeah, right.
Don't ever done anything to black people.
Things that like I never even thought he would have the ability to do. Like imagine Trump affecting the reputation of something like Harvard. It's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Attacked Harvard, add that to he did something. We got the Gulf of America. For whatever that's worth.
That's not real. Yeah, his latest thing is banning so many African countries, 12 different countries.
Yeah.
So if you thought you were gonna come visit your family over here, like, nope.
Yeah. Guess who he didn't ban?
Oh, I know.
Saudi Arabia.
Right.
Where terrorists actually came from. Mm-hmm. No, but they gave me that plane.
Yeah, I know.
Got that jet, baby.
They got all over there. Yeah, they bought you for a plane. Wow.
You cheap bitch. You a billionaire. They gave you. How many planes can you buy for yourself? No, this is a good one though. Oh, shut up. All right. Anyway, well, we got that out the way. Authoritism at its finest, boy. Sure. Yeah, it's coming in here. Y'all people. I don't care what you say, but stop lying to yourself.
Oh man, that THC ban that they're gonna drop down on Texas in the fall, they're talking about doing that nationally.
Oh, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised at all. America's so goddamn backwards.
I know.
The way that guy, what's the name of the governor that's like pushing it, who's like showing examples?
Lieutenant Governor.
Yeah, Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick.
That guy is so proudly stupid. It's shocking.
And
it's astounding.
Yeah, and wants to call other people stupid. He wants to call people, he talks to people like they're children. You know, this whole THC ban that he's trying to do, somebody asked him about that. They said, listen, what evidence do you really have that this needs to be a ban? He's like, see, stupid questions like that. We're trying to save lives. You know, we had a guy walk in front of a train who was on THC. It's like, yo, that though. What? How many people die in drunk driving accidents?
Yeah.
How many people do stupid things while they're drinking?
That'd be like, well, on one hand, that's only one person. And on the other hand, I don't think that one person exists.
Yeah. Oh, but no. And I said this yesterday. I did a Trump video yesterday. I just was pissed off about this.
Wait, we just making videos.
Yeah. That's what I do. I said, hey.
When I get done brushing my teeth, I'll make a video.
Yeah, the camera's looking nice.
Give it time.
Yeah. I'm bored. I think I'll make a video.
I'll be making videos in your sleep.
Yeah. So I got to leave my friend. I got about 5 minutes. Let's make a video. Hello, people. Let's talk. No, I was saying this yesterday, man. It's not like it's my job. It's more like I just Like I'm just playing with toys. Hey, look at these cameras.
I mean, for somebody who occasionally says like, man, I might just walk away from all this.
No, I didn't say I would walk away from this. I said I would take it to a different place, relocate.
Maybe I'll fly away with this.
Yeah, no, these cameras gonna be exactly where I go. I didn't say I was walking away from this. I said I'm walking away from this room, maybe. But no, I tell you, see, man, it's crazy. You know, so much for all that. I want the government to stay out of my business. And see how y'all yourselves? Everybody, so for so long, you took all these people who didn't know that this would come down hurting them at one point. Everybody was like, well, we getting away with things.
Yeah.
Oh, look at what my team is getting away with. Meanwhile, you don't realize, you don't see how far that dick is shoved up your ass. It's crazy. Man, how you just don't understand how this is not in your best interest.
Yeah.
It just feels good. Oh, we getting away with something. No, they are getting away with something. You ain't getting shit. What did I like to say? Fair. That's Jewish.
Yeah, maybe.
That's not a word? Fair.
No, I don't know that one.
Okay.
Maybe Yiddish.
I mean, I taught you something.
I guess so.
You can have that. Or would you look at that? You made it to the end of the video. That means you really like us. So just go ahead and press that like button and subscribe while you're at it. And check out our other channels, our social media like Instagram, TikTok, and our Patreon where we have new stuff coming up all the time. And we'll see you on the next video.